Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new build series. So in this series I'm going to be taking this engine here, a 5.5 horsepower 4-stroke Tecumseh, and I'm going to be putting it on this frame, this bicycle frame here, although with a few modifications. And one of the reasons I want to use this frame is because it has one of these big tanks that goes with it. It needs the dents pounded out, it needs to be sanded, primed, and painted, but when I'm done, it should make for a really, really nice, classy looking bicycle, motorized bicycle, to be precise. So what I'm doing now, first, is I'm going to be doing little modifications to the rear end of the frame so that I can have a swing arm here for rear suspension's sake. And then I'm probably going to be doing something for putting some telescopic suspension forks in the front, but first I'm going to be working on the back here, so I'm going to get to that. So my plan here is to cut off this rear arm here, right here, where it connects to the pedal column, and weld on a piece of this tubing that I have a bushing that fits inside of. So weld a piece on right on the end here, then put some metal tabs here with a hole through them, so I can basically just slide a bolt through the whole assembly there and have the swing arm pivot. So of course I'm going to need a swing arm pivot point welded onto the back here behind the pedal column. And what I'm doing for that is I have this piece of paper here. This is the shape of the pivot point tab that I need to cut out. And what I'm going to do is basically cut out this piece of metal to the shape of this piece of paper. And of course I need to cut 2 of them out. So I'm going to do 2 of those with a hole drilled in it right about here to mount, and then I'm going to weld them to here like this, so that there is a nice pivot point mount on the rear end of the bicycle. So I have one of the pieces cut out here, and as you can see, my method for making both pieces shaped exactly the same is I have this piece bolted to what I'm going to cut out for the second piece, and then I'm going to use the grinder and the cutting wheel to shape them both exactly the same, so that I have not only my hole in the exact same spot on both pieces, but the place that it will mount up to the frame will be exactly the same in relation to the hole. That way I won't have any problem with the bolt holes not lining up for mounting the suspension. Alright, so with the long bolt here, I was able to mock up how this is going to mount to the frame. So I'm going to take the frame, weld it in there, and then use the pivot point there for my suspension. Well, here we have it. A functioning swing arm. Obviously that bolt's going to be cut shorter later on, and I'm going to grind these welds flat so they're not ugly. And probably before I'm done, I'm going to reinforce a lot of this stuff here, but for now it's definitely functional and I can get to work on mounting the shock. Okay, so I slapped some top mounts up here for the top of the shock. I threw a quick bolt in there. Now, got the whole thing bolted together in a mock-up. And as you can see, seems to work. It's a little hard to demonstrate one-handed holding the camera, but that's the start of it. I've made the rear swing arm and I made it function, so that's going to be the end of episode 1. So make sure you stick around, because next episode I'm probably going to be working on the front suspension, and after that probably making a seat, mounting the engine. I still have to get a clutch, which is why I'm not working on the engine yet, and then just finishing it up. So tune in next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for more good content.